Hello my fellow gamers and welcome to the first battle of the first round of Group A for our Mortal Empires Total War 2 tournament. I swear I changed the order of those words around every episode, but who cares? This is something I've been so hyped about doing since Mortal Empires was first announced, and I've finally got around to getting the YouTubers thanks to my series Shadow Against the YouTubers, where I've got the connections to be able to organise such a huge event, guys, and I'm so proud to be able to announce to you guys this is the opening round, and it is a start with a bang. Absolutely amazing. So this is me with the Dark Elves against Dr. Shill over here with the Lizardmen. I can't tell you what the name of this map was, but this is the first map everyone has to play on. Round 1 for all games on this map. I picked all the maps to try and keep them interesting, keep the synergy going. As you can see, you've got woods in the middle for both sides, hills for both sides, but I noticed Dr. Shill was on here, so I deployed my guys on this flank here so I could neglect the whole hill completely. I wanted to be on the attack and be on the flat ground, so I deployed here and then we'll move around. So obviously the next video will be on the same map, but that's fine. That we wanted a balanced kind of, anyone would go, oh well, in round 1 I had a different map and it was harder. So we have none of that. So what is my army? It is 4 units of Dread Spears at the front. We have 2 units of the Executioners, 1 unit of the Blackguard, 2 units of Dark Shard. We also have a Dreadlord of Sword and Shield, a Sorceress of Shadow, of course, and 2 units of Cold One Knights here. Looking very... I love these guys. Just a massive pack of them together. And then hidden all the way over here, because I knew by deploying here, I would make the enemy deploy here. So behind here, hidden away, is 2 units of Dark Riders. These guys are just to chase down skinks and cause problems and make them maybe think, oh, there's heavy cavalry there and not just light. So what has a Dr. Shill bought for this first round? So we got Bastardon with a solo engine. I believe there's 2 of them. Yes, there is. We also have Chameleon Skinks, 1 unit of Cockscars, 2 units of Cold One Spear Riders, which is really worrying. I think he expects me to bring a lot more big guys. He also has Source Wars of Shields, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course, good old classic Loremaster Mundi. So you can see, he was deployed, ready for me to come up this hill with these solo engines. And suddenly I appear on the flank and start, and I'm moving fast. Remember the Law Shadows, I get, I believe it's 12% more movement. Let's just confirm this. Where's my dear Sorceress? Look at her. Very nice. So, she's got the... There you go. 12% speed on everything. Only when casting though, actually. So, my mistake. But as you can imagine, that little speed boost can be a big deal. So now he's having to try and reposition. He don't want to give this away because I couldn't see this was here. But I knew he was in this area. So, not a problem. We will go to normal speed. The numbers are 885 to me, 445 to him. So he's gone for a very elite army. As you can see, my guys are going into the woods, but we are hidden. I don't think he knows they're there. They quickly snuck into the woods and then stopped and just waited. My Cold One Cavalry with anti-large are charging the Bastardon before it can actually get into business and recover them. But these guys are like artillery. They have to stand and line up. Though they do have crew shooting, which is very helpful. These guys are quickly going in. And I thought if I run these guys in, they will draw out anything that comes in. We have a spell. We have a net dropped on us. But unfortunately, he doesn't really... He's got his cavalry coming in, but they're too far away. He gets some good shots off, though. Does a little bit of damage. And another one. Getting some good hits there. He's ran off. But unfortunately, just before he comes, it drops. So I quickly run away. Alright, don't get personal. But as you can see, that he's friendly fire. We have friendly fire. They're pulled back, but the Spearmen are then charging in, and these guys and the Dark Shards are coming in. Look at the damage they do. The solo engine getting some more kills, but I'm pretty sure there is some friendly fire going in there. The Swords Wars have now moved up, and you see Murderous Prowler is now starting to move up. Oh, that's another one down. There's another one down. The Dark Shard, sorry, not the Dark Shards, the Dark Riders are now on the move. Look at this beautiful movement here. My micro has never been like this. It was insane. So I caused the line. I've got these guys shooting through. Oh, what a hit by Dr. Shill. They're absolutely... These guys are ready to strike, but I'm not going to throw it away yet. So these guys are coming in, and I counter charge, because obviously they're not large, so I don't need to worry about that. He's got a spell going down. I'm not sure which spell that is. Curse of the Midnight Wind. But look what I've got coming down. We have the Pendulum coming down. Straight through that unit there. There's the Curse of the Midnight Wind. Sorry, no, that's the Ruination of Cities dropping down there. Done a lot of damage against my Blackguard there. As you can see here, though, we've swamped the Code Source Wars here, the Code Ones and Spearmen. These guys have started rampaging now. We're slowly getting through. They're helping. C's buffing as well and debuffing as required. But also, look, the Dark Riders have come in and he's charged the cavalry in, which is what I wanted. It's distracted his heavy hitters. Loremaster Mundi is coming down, but we've broken through the Source Wars, and now suddenly we have an opening here. He sends in his Coxagars, though. Beautiful reserve lines, can I just point out, by Dr. Shill, keeping the heavy hitters to a line, bro. As you can see that, we have smashed this flank now. Murderous Prowess has now activated. Boom, everyone's gone pretty in purple, and it looks fantastic. This group is starting to go. These guys have been shot to bits thanks to the Soto engine, but as you can see now, suddenly, these Dark Riders and all that have got reinforcements. They've got friends coming in, and these guys have rallied as well, so we can now try and clean up the Code 1 Riders here. The Crockguard are desperately, the Loremaster Mundi trying to hold the centre, but this is what I got these guys for. The Code 1 Knights are now going for Loremaster Mundi with their anti-large, and I've got, as you can see, all these guys, the Dark Shards, are shooting Master Mundi as well, doing huge amounts of damage. And these guys are somehow holding the line against all this, and I realize I'm blogging up. These guys are wasted here, so these guys are now moving in to get the cavalry, to get that. Oh, and that was a beautiful shot on the rear flank there. As you can see now, they're starting to break. They're trying to shoot Master Mundi, and you can see he's at half health now. He's trying to kill my Sorcerer. He's getting his Code Wombs in, but it's just not enough, so he starts backing off. This flank has pretty much been won at this point. As you can see, he's just got a couple Code 1 Riders left. He's got another group, Source Wars, that have rampaging. The Croxagars have broken, so the Dreadlord, with his elite guards, are smashing straight through the middle. Bastardodon trying to get into a better position here, and this flank has been broken, so now we've got Spearmen and the Executioners charging this Bastardodon here, beating that up. As you can see, this flank has now been won. We've got some Dark Riders there that will be coming back to it. Master Mundi is trying to sneak around the outside, as his cavalry have been completely ripped up by my rampaging unit, and the Blackguard, who have done an amazing job, and the Dread Spears as well. I believe he's dropping another net. There we go, to stop them chasing Master Mundi. He's desperately trying to keep him alive at this stage. As you can see, these Executioners are ready. We've got some guys falling back. Some of the leadership, everyone's broken off, but the leader, the general there, the Dreadlord. But he is taking on the Source Wars. He should be able to take them on quite comfortably, especially the buffs he's got. These guys are surrounding and taking down this guy. We just need to finish him up. But the Croxagars have returned now, which is the problem. But you can see, this group here have now cleared up. The net has been moved, and they will now, as you can see, there you go, they are chasing them. And I've got the whole group now coming in to support that. If Master Mundi wants to run, let him run. That's fine. We will deal with all the bigger monsters here. There you go, the Dark Shards are now shooting into there. This Bastardodon, the Croxagars actually trying to help the Bastardodon, but you can see he has broken because he's exhausted. These guys are getting cut down nicely. There goes one of those force fields as well, and we are now charging into this flank. The Code Ones have returned, but there's only 9 of them. So yeah, they're just focusing on this flank now. As you can see, I've still got a good line of Dark Shards. So trying to get, there you go, we have slain that one. He's down. Ruination of the City, he's desperately trying to save them. As you can see, these guys are doing serious damage against Master Mundi now. The Chameleon Skinks are trying to help with cover fire, which is a good idea because they will be able to take them out. As you see, these Croxagars are becoming a huge pain. Even the Dreadlord and the Executioners are struggling against this unit. And the unit of Spearmen as well. We got a bit of everything. The Sorceress is just buffing and helping people out. As you can see, we are trying to clean up everything, because these guys are starting to be a Master Mundi I knew we could deal with as and when needed. But as you can see, we've now broken them, but so have the Spears. The Executioners are trying to chase them down, but I do turn them around eventually, and eventually we will have, as you can see, everything now focused on purely Master Mundi now. Everything else has broken. It is running for the poor Lizardmen. And it is, just as you can see, a matter of time. I've actually got units rallying at this point. Chameleon Skinks are trying to help, but Master Mundi is not having a good time with these rampaging Code Wombs. Exactly what I brought them for. And we are now just kind of tidying up. We've got 10 seconds remaining. Master Mundi has now broken, and so has Chameleon Skinks. And a victory to Shadow Online Gaming against Dr. Shill. An amazing opening round. Seriously, my hands were shaking at the end of that game because the amount of micro and concentration required to pit Dr. Shill, you know, get him pushed back, because he is a damn good player, and this was and I don't think he expected me to do so well, to actually have an army that made sense. That's not my style. But yes, in this tournament, I am taking these games very seriously, and I'm bringing some serious Dark Elf goodness to this tournament. So, breathe. Can take it slow now. So, victory screen. The breakdown. So the Dreadlord, 33 kills, amazing. The Sorceress didn't get any kills, but she was debuffing them. She was buffing my guys, and she was using that pendulum to break their front line, which I knew they would have a front line of Source Warriors, and smashed through that brilliantly. As you see, the Spearman did quite good, 15, 18, 11, and 14. Remember, he had just Source Warriors. He didn't have any skinks. He had all big stuff, and it's good army as well. The Chameleon Skinks, good support. So these guys, each kill is a big kill. The Executioners brought specifically to deal with Source Warriors, 58 and 67 kills, very nice. The Blackguard only got 12 kills, but they were a big threat. Killed a lot of cavalry, I believe, when they got into there, and they just scared Dr. Shill. They would, you know, he knew they were there, and they were anti-Lars, and they were powerful, so his big guys could not really go near them. So where they were, they secured. The Dark Charge, again, they actually did really well. 6 and 5 kills, yes, but I got to admit, Dr. Shield did a good job ignoring them. He just he shot a few shots at them, you know, got them to half strength, so it was only half shots, and then kind of just left them because he had more important things to deal with. The Cold Dark Riders, very impressive for light cavalry that ended up not being that useful. 18 and 12 kills respectively. And finally, the Cold One Knights, 33 and 24 kills, did an amazing job. And as I said, their job was to take out the big guys, the Bastardodons, the Stegodons, the Loremaster Mundi, all of that, the Carnosaurs. Their job was to do that, and I think they did a great job. I mean, what was great was when they rampaged, the Loremaster Mundi was the closest person, so they ignored the rest of the army and went for him, which meant Dr. Shill had to micro Master Mundi and couldn't focus too much on doing spells and ruination of cities and things like that. So absolutely brilliant. So we go over to his 84 kills for Lord Master Mundi. I expect nothing less. Source Wars only 6, but I reckon they were the ones that got swamped on our right flank, his left flank. They got swamped by Code One, Spearmen, all sorts, didn't they? And we just swamped that corner. These guys, 16, and then an amazing 57 and 42 kills. Chameleon Skinks, quite disappointingly, only 7. I think they needed to be more forward so they could get more shots and then do more damage. But never mind. And then you got the Code One Spear Riders, good ones, 31 and 56. So these guys did really good. They were moving around. There was one bit where they focused on the Dark Riders, which is what I wanted them to do. They saw them as a bigger threat than they actually were. So he should have been flanking around and hitting my Spearmen in the flank, hitting my main line. But he saw guys behind, sent his cavalry, makes sense. But they were only Dark Riders. They barely did anything. But good call either way. A lot of kills. Croc scores, as you can imagine, 73. Brilliant job there, what he'd done with them. Kept them hidden, so I couldn't counter something I didn't know existed. And then suddenly they appeared as I broke for the front line, and my guys were disorganised. Oh, hey, we've won, and charging through. They suddenly charged into us and slaughtered many. As you can see, 73 kills. And then the Bastardodons did quite good. Well, I say quite good. 59 kills and 115. That's an amazing amount of kills. That is a brilliant job. So, there you go. Round 1 of Group A, Shadow Online Gaming against Dr. Shill. It's a victory for Shadow Online Gaming, but a fantastic game. You will have to agree with Dr. Shill. It was close, and it didn't have that lot of my stuff. Seemed to do really well to perfectly counter his. So, you know, absolutely great job with what he had. And, of course, first game is always nerve-wracking for everyone involved. And especially the map. I've got to admit, I did pick that map kind of on purpose. It's an extreme map. Those hills are huge if you're on either side of them. So yeah, it was kind of daunting, and he expected me to deploy at the front. He didn't expect me to deploy on the right, as I did. So we had to get them into position. They would have got a lot more kills if I had to slug up that hill. Could you imagine that? Not good. So there you go. Thank you very much for joining. I don't know why I'm doing my outro, because we got a second bout to cover, which is the Gobbo King versus Loremaster of Sotek. I'm just going to load that replay up, do a nice bit of editing, and we'll go straight into that battle. So, the second battle, full round 1 of Group A. As you, we got Balagar here as the Dwarfs. We have the sneaky stabbing, you know, tricksy Gobbo King versus the mighty and powerful Loremaster of Sotek. So, I've had this paused because just based on the setup, it's going to be a quick encounter. So, I'm not even going to bother having it, you know, slow motion, just in case I'm get it wrong. So we got some Dwarf Warriors on the flank here. We got some Dwarf Warriors great weapons, some Slayers over there, Bugman's Rangers, which I know Gobbo very much likes, Balagor Iron Hammer, the Longbeards of great weapons, a Runesmith, Peak Guard, Gate Guard, sorry. We've got, which are hammers. You've got a Thane there. Ulthor's Raiders, which are Rangers of great weapons. Warriors of the Dragonfire Pass, Dwarf Warriors, the Grumbling Guard, Longbeards of great weapons, Dwarf Warriors, and Slayers. As you can see, this is most people have this in a line, but as you know, the Gobbo King, his micro is second to none, and he can actually have his units broken, and by doing that, he can get good flanks and start and get his reserves in there, and spells aren't as effective because he's spaced out. So how he does this, I've yet to learn, but it is an amazing thing to watch, and I'm looking forward to this. As you can see, Sotek is, of course, the Beastmen, so he's got a Gore Herd here, a couple of Ungor Raiders hidden here. He's used a lot of his Vanguard to try and get up the hill quicker. What have we got down here? We've got a Bestigor Herd and a Gore Herd of Shields and a Brave Shaman of the Wild. Then starting on the hill, we have the Minotaurs with Shield, the Bestigor Herd, Gore Herd of Shields. We got the Beast Lord on a Chariot. We also have a group of Razor Gore Chariot. And of course the good old Razor Gores as well. I'm gonna have heard of them. And then hidden on the flank all the way over here, which quite surprises me, is 2 Warhounds of Poison, I believe. Oh no, so it's 1 unit of Warhounds of Poison, and then 2 units or 1 unit of Centaurs of great weapons, 1 unit of Centaurs of throwing axes. So that's quite heavy here. But what intrigues me is, if he knew he could go that way, why did he deploy fighting up a hill? Interesting. But we will get this battle underway. Oh, so what's that? That's the Gore Herd. Yes, it is. Yes. So as you can see, Gobbo King is just kind of brutal. He's just going to move this dwarf horde down the hill, knowing that he will be able to just march over anything. Let's just see. So he's got the flank force moving up now. These guys are moving up, and these guys are moving down. These guys have yet to move. I believe all these would have been hidden, so we wouldn't have seen them. There we go. He has now just spotted them. But of course, because he had nothing else to look at, he quickly saw these guys, and he's now sending Slayers and the Dwarf Warriors of great weapons out to get them. And Bagman's Rangers is getting some great shots on those Centaurs there. As you can see, the stuff is all moving up the hill now. And like I said, this is going to be a difficult battle for the Loremaster of Sotek. They've taken a lot of damage already because it's an uphill fight. But he's doing a good job. He's hitting them from the flank. He's hitting them from here. He's hitting them from there. And he's keeping these in reserve that I would seriously move these guys up. His leadership alone will be worth it. I mean, there's no artillery to worry about at this stage. And we have now our first engagement for the Gobbo King and the Loremaster Sotek, or Sotek for short. These guys with their hammers are going to do some serious damage here. Serious damage. As you can see, we've got some spells going down here, but he misses for the most part because of that amazing micro. As you see, he's now getting that rear charge, and he's getting around the back here, and that's going to cause some serious problem. He's now sent in his Razor Gores up on the left flank. The Chariot is moved up there as well. These guys are trying to get some good rear charges on those Slayers, but it's going to be difficult being they're anti-large. And you see, this is what it's all about. He's now got the Beastmen on individual little skirmishes, and I do believe the Dwarfs will win in those individual battles. He needs to swamp and get around him as quickly as possible. This is sort of what he wants to be doing. Look, he's throwing all this in, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting a lot of friendly fire, to be honest. I don't hope that they've got the Hammer Crack on him, and these guys are getting buffed as well with the Rune of Negation, so they've got 22% damage rate. And you guys are doing quite a good job, actually. I mean, those Slayers seem to have ran off. They're chasing the wrong target. So they're now going after these back groups and trying to support this flank, which they're rampaging, but as you can see, Dwarves, they are tough, and the front line is starting to crumble for the Beastmen, unfortunately. The Minotaurs that are the only ones staying are getting beaten up bad. The Beast Lord is trying to now get involved more. These guys, they've pretty much beaten them. They're broken, so they're trying to take them out now with as much range firepower as they can. The Runesmith will keep that going for quite some time. As you can see here, the Grumbling Guard are now charging into the flank and needs to tidy up the centre. We have a Cygor. A Cygor has appeared, though I feel with all this stuff around them is going to be too little too late, unfortunately. So the Wolves are trying to take out what's left of these, but as you can see, they're starting to waver. The Chariots have stopped moving, which is always a big mistake to do there. They need to keep on moving. The Brave Showman of the Wilds game. And you can see these guys are trying to take on that. Oh, and we've had a big spell dropped on them as well. That scattered them quite nicely, done a nice bit of damage. But as you can see, these Dwarf Warriors are beating the Gore Herd Lift Shield. They're trying to outshoot the Bugman Rangers. We do have units rallying, which is always a good sign. As you can see, the Beastmen, they break and rally a lot. As you can see, though, the centre, the main heel, he's taking a lot of damage, though. Gobbo King has taken a lot of damage, but that was on that flank. They were just getting a lot of rear flanks. As you can see here, it's very solid, very healthy looking. The Cygor, the Beast Lord, is getting beaten. I think the Cygor has already been slain. By the time I noticed, it was already there. As you can see, these guys have been caught out by the Slayers and will be quickly cut down. The Wolves are back in now, and they're going to get a beautiful rear charge on this gun. That should really do some nice damage. And you can see they are shaking, but they're all charging in. The Centicles are moving back in as well to try and reinforce. The Beast Lord is getting out of there and trying to help in this combat, because if they can win this side, as you can see, he's got all his strength here. If he can win this side, the archers and all that can come in here and finish these guys off, hopefully. But we do have some Dwarf Warriors. The Longbeards, the Great Weapons, are coming back into the fray. Those guys have broken, so we're called. He's doing a lot. And the Minotaurs have returned as well, all 4 of them. Getting in there, and this is a complete mess in the middle here. And the Chariots coming in, this is what they excel at. What it's all broken formation, just streamlining through, and the Beast Lord is trying to get in there as well. But unfortunately, the rest of the Beast Herd do not believe in this, and as you can see, they're kind of scattered now. He needs to get these guys back in. They're all rallying, we need to get them back in. But again, this was their first battle, and as you can imagine, it is a bit nerve-wracking doing this, especially knowing that, you know, each match matters, you know, it really does count. Especially when you've only got 4 games to try and get in those top 2 positions. But as you can see, the Dwarfs, oh, he's going to get a good hit on that. Is he going to get away? No, quite a few hits there. But you can see he is holding the centre. I mean, these Slayers are chasing them. You go with them, but they do have a damage resistance as well. They count as having shields, which is pretty impressive for guys that are topless. As you can see, the rest of the herd has unfortunately broken. It is slowly gone in his favour. It's 278 Dwarfs versus 278 Beastmen now. But as you can see, it's just this massive clump of Dwarfs charging in. The Brave Shaman and what's left of these guys, the best Gore Herds, are going to try and charge them, but there's all these Runesmiths beating down on them, doing some serious damage. These guys are bearing down on them heavily. I mean, where is the Lord? That's the question. The Lord isn't there anymore. And there we go. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, they both played amazingly well. But yes, Sotek is out for this round. The victory goes to the Gobbo King. So let's have a look. So as you can see, their numbers were quite similar. But he had the hold of the hill, unfortunately. So we got Benegar got 7 kills. The Runesmith got 4, but of course he's all above the buffing and doing damage. The Thane got only 2. But as you see, Dwarf Warriors 78 and 6. Bit of a mixed bag there. The Dwarf Warriors of Great Weapons got 41. The Warriors of Dragonfire Pass got 24. Longbeards of Great Weapons got 70. They did really good. These guys done alright. The Slayers 43 and 65. We then have the Grumbling Guard of 38. The Peak Guard, I always get that one difficult, 67. Bugman's Rangers got shot down quite quickly, actually, quite focused on 20 kills. And the Ulfers Raiders got 22 kills. Very nice. Let's have a look. I mean, look at this. The Beast Lord got 60 kills. The Brave Shaman got 21, 31, 10. Gore Herd got 10, 15, sorry. The best Gore Herd got 20 and 33. The Ongol Raiders did quite good of 28 and 26 when you think they're just like archers. The Centicles of Great Weapons got 36. His Chowie got 101 kills, and these are hardened dwarfs. A lot of them regiments of renowned, and he's still got 101 kills. His Wolves got 18. The Centicles of Thrown Axes got 24. The Razor Gore Herd of 15, and the Minotaurs of Shields got 25. Right, I've never had commentating 2 battles like this intense, and this action-packed in a row. I'm knackered. I'm done. I'm just gonna have a nap. But there you go. So there is the second game. An amazing 2 battles to start off in this tournament. Fantastic. I can't remember the top of my head who's in the next one. Let me just find out for you because that's going to bother me. So in round 2 for Group A is me versus the Gobbo King. So it is actually the 2 winners of round 1 will be battling in round 2. And in round 2 we have our first sign of Jenna on occasion, who will be taking on Dr. Shill. So do stay tuned for that. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so, because as I say, I'm going to try and cover every battle that's in this tournament. And of course, there will be links to everyone that was involved below in the description. Please check them out, because they'll have videos covering their side, and they'll have a lot more tactical insight on what they were doing, why they were doing it, and the thinking, and how it all went wrong for the losers, how it went right for the winners. So do check them out, and obviously subscribe if you like what you see, because not only is this a good fun tournament just for us to have fun and show off the Mortal Empires, but it's good to shout about each other's channels, and for you guys to know that each one of these guys is a YouTuber with their own channel from different sizes and different styles and what they cover. So go check it all out. And of course, like I said, like, comment and subscribe. Really appreciate it. It'd be great. I'm currently at 88 in this video when I recorded it. It'd be great to get past the 90 mark. And heck, if we can aim to get to 100 before the end of the tournament, or by the end of the tournament, would be fantastic. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for joining me. I hope to see you tomorrow for more madness of round 2 and maybe round 1 of Group B. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, take care.